Kevin emailed in and asked Fox Business, I am looking to buy an existing dry cleaning business. Should I use a real estate agent or a lawyer? Again, that's an interesting question. Dani, you want to get in here?
Well, I don't see the benefit of using an agent really for anything. Sorry, real estate agents, and I'm a licensed one, by the way. So I would stay away from that. But I'm not so sure why you'd need an attorney either, except to look over the paperwork, maybe for a few $100s. If you are aware of one that's for sale, then you can work out something with the existing owner to buy the business from them.
There are business brokers in different cities that you can go to that will, for a 10% commission, hook you up and show you different businesses, and that may have value if you can't find one that you want to buy. So
that's a big chunk of change.
It is, but if you want to buy a business and you can't go through the natural routes, which of course is the way to do anything, but if you can't, it's another option, and of course everything's negotiable. So.
I've bought businesses through business brokers in just that way. That's normally when you don't know which business you're going to buy. What I'd want to do if I were you, Kevin, is I want to find out why the owner of that business wants to sell that business. And they won't tell you the reason. So you're going to have to dig around behind them through other people,
talk to their
get
customers.
the financials, talk to the customers. And at all costs, a small business like that, if you buy it, don't pay them the money. Use their money to buy the business and earn it out over time so you can make sure the business actually works.
Dude. This is last call on the Fox Business Network to call us with your questions about your business. I'm Dagen McDowell, along with Robert Gray.
Yeah, that's right, Dagen. Thanks so much. 877-249-9626. That's the phone number. Or yourmoney@foxbusiness.com. That's how you can get to us by email.
Maggie's on the phone calling from Centerville, Maryland. And Maggie, go ahead. I know what you're going to ask, but I'm not going to give it away. What do you want to know?
I'm starting a Montessori school, which is a private for-profit school. I have a financier for securing the land of about $500,000. It'll be a private loan, and the land will be in my name. So what he's explained to me is that I would then take that to a bank and request the $3 million I need with using the land as collateral. How does that work, the jump from $500,000 up to $3 million? Yeah. And can I get some advice?
Yeah, you really only need 10% now with the new SBA loan for collateral. So you could use as long as it's not more. Okay, if you've got $500,000 in collateral, you could theoretically get a $5 million loan with the $500,000 under the new rules. But $5 million for an SBA loan is next to impossible. So most of the banks are going to require, outside of SBA, about a 30% collateral, which gives you about $1.5 million. So I'd go back to this guy, tell him he's got a few screws loose, and he needs to look at the numbers again.
So she needs to come up with more money.
Yeah.
Whenever I hear these things, I just worry about what ownership is she going to have, what percentage of equity in this thing. Is she trying to make money, or a school that's she's not trying to make money? What's the purpose of this? I find a lot of times in some of these equity deals, or if there's a debt deal, you give away a lot of your own business. And so what's the long-term game plan? What are you trying to get out of it? Those are the questions I'd have in setting up the deal this way. Is this the only way to set this up?
And also remember that land is not being valued at what it is you're holding it for, or what it is you paid for it, or what it is that somebody appraised it at. Chances are that's going to be slashed by 20% right off the top. Yeah, so be really careful. I
would worry that, just like John Paul, when you get all this done and get to the bank, they don't give you the money, and then you've already encumbered yourself with the first guy. First question I'd ask you, Maggie, is do you really need a new building? Do you really need raw land to build on?
Right, that was
or is there somebody else who owns something, who himself is in trouble, who you can take that property, scrub it up a little bit, start your school faster, and then do your building later when there's a lot of credit available.
And then you only need 20% down for a construction loan.
And John Paul, weigh in here.
I will gladly weigh in here. There are so many opportunities there of people that are going out of business. You hit it right on the nail. Go to those businesses that are going out of business. Go to the landlord and say, hey, you've got an empty building here. You've lost a business. Well, if you'll help me do the infrastructure, put up the walls, the infrastructure of the place there so I can have a school here, I will gladly, number one, not only pay you, but I'll pay you for the first 2 years after I get going double your rent if you will assist me, and then we'll go back to normal. In other words, you're going to profit by this, but I need you to do the build out for me. And here's what my idea is. Now you've got a partner with you, you own it 100%, and you're giving them an advantage. One, they're filling the space. They are doing the infrastructure of your space for you, especially a Montessori school. And then they know that after a year or two, where things may be slow, you're going to double the rent to them because you're going to be able to afford to do that for 2 years as a thank you, then go back to normal rent.
Yeah, escalating rent. Absolutely. It's a great idea in today's market.
Well, hey, guys.
But short term, short term.
Yeah, more answers to your questions ahead, so keep the calls and emails coming our way. Welcome back. I'm Robert Gray, sitting alongside Dagen McDowell, and this is the Fox Business Network.
We're taking your questions about your money. We want to head outside here in the streets of Manhattan. We have a question from Chuck, who's a law student. Chuck, go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, I just want to know, basically, with all the regulations that are coming in, especially for businesses, how I'm at a loss as to how to start a law business. Also, not only that, also I'm worried because I'm worried if it's even profitable now.
Good question.
Yeah.
Law school, but John Paul, what do you worry about? John Paul, do you worry about regulation here? And what do you tell a budding business owner?
Young man, you have such a great question. In an economy like this, are lawyers going to work? Are they not going to work? When I entered the hair care industry, the competitors were over 100 competitors out there. Tequila, my God, they were everywhere. If you think you're really, really good and you could represent your clients better than anybody else can, you will succeed. It's how much confidence do you have in you, and can you deliver that with pure honesty, not baloney, pure honesty to your clients or your potential clients, you will succeed. It's not how competitive it is. What's the climate like? Should I wait a year or two? It's you, young man. Okay. It's you.
And Chuck, don't go anywhere. You stay right there. John Rutledge, he says more regulation. When I hear regulation, I hear need for lawyers.
Yeah, I think, without editorializing, the demand for lawyers is going up, just like the demand for lobbyists is going up. But I think Chuck wants to be a lawyer and build things, not stop people from doing things.
That's very
and
true.
I think in that world, like John Paul says, it's your stones that count, not your money. And it's your confidence and your belief in yourself. So you can get it done. And basically, it's kick butt, take names, and go right after it, and you'll do fine.
Hey, Chuck, go ahead. You wanted to say something, Chuck. Go ahead.
Oh,
The first thing that any...
Don, is that you? Don, go ahead.
Yeah, the first thing any business needs is a customer. So go find yourself a customer or two, and then you'll decide whether you can start a business or not.
Let me just say, I'm in the financial services industry. If you want to talk about regulation and what's probably coming down the pike in terms of greater regulation. So being in your own business, we just operate under the mindset that there's always going to be regulation. And perhaps it's not the right kind, but there'll always be regulation, and it'll probably get more. So you can't let that stop you or get in your way. You just have to know how to continue to pummel through that and work forward. If you're bringing value to people, I think you've got to give it a shot.
Hey, Chuck, it was good to see you. It was so good of you to be here. And good luck to you, and have fun today. I know where you're going.
Yeah.
You're going up to the draft. It is about giving back. I mean, I think...
Absolutely. That's what attracts people to you, to work with you, and your customers and finance you. They want to be around good things happening.
And good people. If you
it's like giving back is the new black.
You have to, if you want it as bad as a chubby kid wants cake, don't let anything stop you. Anything. Or these guys here want pizza.
Right.
Well, do you...
You know, the only difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person, whether you're working for someone or on your own, is successful people do all the things the unsuccessful people don't want to do.
No, I was just going to say, you can do this as a billionaire, or even if you're a thousandaire, you can do it on a much smaller scale and contribute on a very small scale, giving back. And most successful people I know are exactly like that.
About elbow grease. Just
Hard
give
work.
yourself.
Elbow grease. So easy. Half the staff at John Paul Mitchell Systems was down on the beaches of Southern California on Friday yesterday, cleaning up the beaches that afternoon. We give them time off to do philanthropic things. They took their time and effort to clean up the beach. It just took their time and effort. It's something they wanted to do, and they cleaned up the whole beach to make a difference.
John Paul, inspirational on so many levels this day. Thank you so much.
Thank you
John
very
Paul
much.
DeJoria, the CEO of
Peace,
John
love, and
Paul
happiness.
Mitchell. It was great to see you. Don Caldwell, a big thanks to you from Cross Atlantic Capital Partners. Doug Flynn here.
Thank you.
Danny Babb, John Rutledge, and Robert Gray.
And thank you very much, Dagen.
We will see you come a Monday morning. You don't want to miss a minute of Fox Business.